Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Infrastructure. Last Wednesday, that was March 24th, the Ontario government presented its 2021 budget, Ontario's action plan protecting people's health and our economy. It is here where I learned, and I quote, the 2021 budget commits an historic new investment of $2.8 billion in broadband infrastructure to ensure that every region in the province has access to reliable broadband services by 2025. Now, this proactive approach is the largest single investment in broadband in any province by any government in Canadian history and will be pivotal to Ontario's long-term economic growth. Speaker, I can't tell you just how important this is to the people of my riding and for so many others throughout Ontario to know that they will have high-speed internet connected to their homes. Will the Minister of Infrastructure please tell us how the government came to this monumental decision?
The Minister of Infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. Last week's Ontario Budget 2021 showed that this government is serious about getting things done for the betterment of all Ontarians. We are all aware of the pressure COVID has placed on us, and we have seen the shift in the way we live and the way we do things, emphasizing our reliance on being digitally connected to the world. I am proud to say our government is committing an additional $2.8 billion for a near total of $4 billion to accelerate broadband expansion, ensuring all regions of this province will know that they can count on us to deliver high-speed internet to their homes and to their communities. This also benefits regional economies, farmers who can connect and use new technologies for their industry, mining and forestry companies and their communities, entrepreneurs and many more businesses, communities and municipalities as they expand digital integrations, and it gives support to greening our economies with less commute times and emissions. Mr. Speaker, it's clear Ontario's decision to do so speaks for itself.
Supplementary question.
Thank you to the Minister for that very informative response, and I thank you for that. And Speaker, you know, this pandemic has shown us exactly why broadband is so important to the people of Ontario. I've had constituents write and even phone me asking, when will I get reliable internet service to my home or to my business? That's why I was thrilled to learn of the close to $4 billion investment to connect my community and the rest of Ontario. And as the Minister has said, investments alone can't connect all of Ontario. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister please tell this House about the other issues we face as we work to get 100% of Ontario reliable access, regardless of where they live?
Minister of Infrastructure.
Well, thank you for the question. And like the member opposite mentioned earlier, we've all heard the stories, and these challenges have only been magnified by the pandemic. There are very real barriers to expanding broadband in Ontario. This includes costs and delays when attaching to hydro poles, delays in access to municipal rights-of-way, and Ontario's rate for hydro pole attachments and other costs. But we can't afford to let unnecessary barriers and cumbersome processes stand in the way of achieving access to broadband for all. That's why we introduced the Supporting Broadband and Infrastructure Expansion Act 2021, and if passed, this legislation would help connect communities to reliable, high-speed internet sooner by accelerating the deployment of provincially significant broadband infrastructure projects across Ontario. Later today, we will continue third reading debate on this bill, and we need the support of every member in this House to connect Ontario. I'm counting on you.